Share with you a program that you can start doing right now to help improve your eyesight naturally. Now, this is something I've been putting together and piecing together for myself, really researching over the last couple of months and then applying and using it over the last few weeks. And so far I've had pretty good results and I'm feeling good and getting some almost instantaneous results and improvements in my own vision. Now, from researching what the real cause of poor vision is, what I've seemed to find out and really read in a lot of books is that it's coming down to the shape of the eye. So basically your eye is either shaped one way or the other, and because of that it's not able to reflect or focus light in the right way, thus your vision is blurry and you don't see very well. So to me that doesn't really seem, just from a common sense point of view, like that's something that cannot be reversed or changed. Now, there's actually an eye doctor called, I can't remember his first name, his last name is Bates. He actually published some books, wrote some books, and he's had some whole people that have come down his line of thought that have really been on this train of thinking, this train of thought, saying that we can reverse and improve our eyesight naturally using different exercises. Now, if you think about it, if you had a weak bicep, for example, and the doctor said, oh, your bicep's weak, well, let's put a brace on it. Let's put it in a sling, for example. What's going to happen to that muscle? It's going to get weak, and it's going to atrophy, and it's eventually going to just get weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker, and the muscle's going to shrink. So it's the same thing for our eyes, because this eye is essentially muscle tissue, living tissue. So what you're doing, you put glasses on it, and the eye says, oh, cool, I don't really have to work. So then it says, well, alright, this is basically, putting a brace or a crutch on me, so the muscle and the tissue just atrophies, and again, the vision just continually degrades. Great for eye doctors, great for the business, not so good for you if you don't really want to wear glasses or if you want to, have better eyesight. And for me, I'm really tired of wearing glasses and contacts, so this is really something I'm going to be focusing on over the long haul and something that I can hopefully turn around 100%. And I can say that just in a few weeks I've already seen improvements. I've already seen way more improvements that I've seen in 2 weeks than I have of years of using so-called corrective glasses and contacts. Which not to knock that whole thing, because it helps a lot of people and it's helped me be functional, but it's really just step one. It's really just a crutch until we can strengthen our eyes, rebuild our eyesight naturally, so that we no longer need to rely on the crutch. So now we'll get into the protocol and what I've actually been doing, and it's really just a couple different pieces put together. In all, it only takes a few minutes a day, maybe 5 minutes a day total max, to really have some nice results and actually have your eyesight feel better, or actually your eyesight be better and your eyes actually feel better. So the first component of what I've been doing is doing eye drops on the eye to actually nourish the eye. And I've been doing 2 different kinds of eye drops. So the first thing that I've been doing is propolis eye drops. Now if you Google propolis eye drops, that's P-R-O-P-O-L-I-S, propolis as in from the beehive, eye drops, there's only one company that sells it online. It'll be the first result, and the company's called Live. And these were about $15, I think. And essentially what the purpose of this is to kill any bacteria or viruses or any kind of infection that might be hanging out in the eye. Now, with a lot of research that's been done on calcification and a lot of theories and ideas and information that David Wolf has put out, basically it's that if there's an infection or some sort of blockage in our body, then that's keeping our body from being able to heal. And if we can get the infection out, we can get the blockage out, and then our body will then do what it naturally wants to do, which is heal. Because it doesn't have, critters or something hanging out in an area sucking off the energy and basically acting as a parasite. So when you Google propolis eye drops, you'll see some research and some studies that have been done showing how good propolis is for killing eye infections and for overall health. Now, I've been doing those just a few times a day, maybe morning, afternoon, evening, in conjunction with MSM eye drops. I've been using these probably 8 to 10 times per day, just because I tend to get dry eyes just from looking at a computer screen or reading a book. It can kind of wear on your eyes, or even wearing contacts can obviously dry your eyes out. And for me, that's why I never really liked wearing contacts, because it would always dry my eyes out. And actually, when I first started wearing them, 7th, 8th grade, everyone thought I was always stoned or high on weed or marijuana, because my eyes were always so bloodshot, and I was always just kind of like looking out of it because my eyes always hurt, but I never understood it was just because they were drying my eyes out so much. And the weird thing is, and something that all the eye doctors were always kind of baffled by, is if I was just standing here or sitting in class, for example, back then, and had no glasses, no contacts on, and if I yawned and my eyes got really moist, then for a few moments I could see perfect. I could see crystal clear 20/20, because when I yawned, my eyes secreted a lot of tears and my eyes got really moist, and I could see perfectly. And I could sit there, and then as I started to blink and the tears would go away, then my eyesight would actually get worse. And it was something my doctor kind of laughed at and ignored and said, oh, it's not really possible, when in reality it was possible and it happened to me all the time. So if you have any ideas why that could have been happening, please share them. But anyways, back to the MSM eye drops. If you Google this, there's a lot of websites online that are selling it, and they're about $5. And this bottle probably lasts a long time. It's basically just water saline solution MSM, essentially. Now the purpose of this is obviously water saline solution is going to be lubricating and soothing to the eyes, but the MSM is going to help make the tissue soft and pliable, increase nutrient absorption, increase kind of detoxification and cellular uptake. It's for nutrients, for blood, for oxygen, for all those things. So as we get into the other pieces of the program, you'll see how beneficial having MSM will be. And if you know anything about MSM, you know how amazing it is, you know how excellent it is for overall health. So getting it in your eyes in the form of an eye drop like this is a really good thing to be doing. And I've really been enjoying these a lot and been using them a lot, maybe 10 times per day, just whenever I feel the need to really moisturize my eyes. So again, the MSM eye drops are going to help get the tissue regenerating, help make the tissue less leathery, more pliable, more supple, so that it can then regenerate and be more oxygenated and more well nourished by the blood, which is going to be stimulated in the nutrients that will be sent up to it.